Hello everybody, this is Saturday, February the 25th, and I am looking back at my trading week from last week. Like I always do on Saturday. Tomorrow I will look forward to some nice opportunities that are coming. As you guys know, I am trading Adidas a lot. I'm convinced that when you know a certain stock or a certain currency pair, then you can spot a lot of opportunities because the simple fact that you know you get a certain feeling with the market. So let's start off with Adidas like we do every week. It's been in this move was a move to just don't trade, just wait what happens. Price bounced around this critical level, so this was a bit of exciting moment because when this one would have broken, then we were seeing more downside potential. That was not the case. So let's go to the daily chart because we are seeing some new swings which we should, I think, connect with each other, and I think we can do that by drawing maybe this line. It's not really giving the effect that I'm looking for. So maybe this line will connect the shorts a little bit better. And maybe when we zoom out we can even connect this line somewhere, for example over here. Well, doesn't matter that much as long as we see a certain trend line. Let me give those lines the same color. Okay, so this inner trend line got broken, actually got retested as well, so that's an important line to keep in mind as well, because we can see price struggling around it as well. But for now, this week I entered some positions again. We had a pretty sharp pullback, and after that we went back up. Let's go back to the 4-hour charts, which is the time frame where I make my decisions. We still see some higher lows and some higher highs, so for some reason price didn't really get through this 153.5 area, but no problem. I think we are taking some breath, and we can see a nice rally next week. So still into this one. My take profit is above the 160, so I have quite a rally set up here. A nice swing trade with some 1, 2, 3 couple of moments where I entered this market. So interesting. I was watching this pattern because I thought if we did not break this high, then this to me looked like a pretty obvious head and shoulder pattern, but the shoulder got broken and we are making highs and higher lows. So also for next week, this was maybe a nice entry again. So for me this is still a good setup. Volkswagen is, I think I'm gonna remove this one from my watch list because we had a nice rally in Volkswagen. The bad news, they left the bad news behind them. Let's go to the daily to get the bigger picture. Range trade then started rallying, and now we are seeing those pullbacks. Not liking this one anymore. It's too choppy, if you ask me. When we draw in the FIB grid, wait a minute. Then we can also see that price came back to the 61.8, so this could be a potential reversal area. It almost came back to the 78.6, so this is maybe it's a good setup, but I don't like the news around Volkswagen. I recently heard that some European countries still are filing lawsuits about the gasoline environment scandal, so the software scandal. Not liking this. So looking back at it, not into this, and I'm gonna leave that behind. This one I pointed out this week. I said this could be a great range trade because to me it's too long in this zone. Let's go to the 4-hour. This is not really a trending trade. So I remember I entered around here. My first goal was to make this a swing trade, but as you can see, price keeps falling back into this channel. So last weekend, last Sunday, I pointed out that this could be a potential swing trade. I actually did enter below here, and then price started rallying, broke the channel, and I think on Twitter or something I pointed out this picture on Instagram as well, that the channel got broken. So technically we are not in a swing trade anymore, but the simple fact is that we fell back into the channel pretty fast. So this was a false breakout, as you can see. Still range trading this. I think I just entered one position below this area, so that means that my demand zone is actually a bit bigger than I pointed out previously. But you know, I'm in this trade. Great range trade. Alibaba, strong stock to me. Still in it. Nvidia. Whoa, I made some money on this swing up, but this is some really disturbing picture. The lows got broken. Retest of this trend line. It broke. It's not a retest, but this trend line broke. I think the numbers were good, the earnings were good, but for some reason they are looking less positive to the coming year, and with that news, price started selling off. As you can see on the weekly chart, this I pointed out earlier. This was an amazing run last year. If you had entered this rally, that's great. But like everything, what goes up must come down, and this is definitely, when we pull in an indicator, this is overbought even on the weekly. Let me see, where is it? The relative strength index, for example. This was way overbought, very long time. So we are looking at a we have to wait for this. I would leave this one off. This is not an interesting chart at the moment. Then we have the US dollar against the Swiss franc. This was one of my favorite trades last week. Let's zoom into the 4-hour chart. Great range, great channel, very obvious where to get in, where to get out. I got burned a little bit around here. I held my position because there was no reason for me to think that it was already trading, so that gave us a second a new trend line, which is now acting as support. As you can see, we are making higher lows and we are also making higher highs. So we just came back to this line. I entered around here, and last Friday at the end of the session we saw a rally as well. So price is leaving this area again and rallying back up. Great trade. To me, this is very obvious. Enter on the trend line. This time it got broken. There was not last week but the week before, and price started rallying. So this was a great rally for me last week, and now we actually got another opportunity to get in. The potential up is I think we will see some trouble around the 103. So there's a lot of upside potential left on this one. Next week, same strategy, swing trade it, enter around here, also around here. If you are comfortable with it, you can go short around this trend line. Some really nice opportunities in this one. Let me see. Shopify. It's a bit of a strange trade. It's not what you guys expect from me to be doing or to be trading. This is a pretty new stock. It's not really volatile, huge swings, so this is pretty safe. The thing I do here is this was my first plan. I was waiting for a retest of this area. It's not really what Shopify is doing at the moment. It's in some sort of correction here, but for some reason price remains pretty strong in the areas it goes through. This one I have traded last week, and I don't have a name for it, but the way I trade this is it looks like a beginner strategy, but I enter around 61 with one lot, and I exit around 62. It's that simple. So that's $100 or 100 euros to whatever you're trading. So what I did a couple of times last week or weeks, I put in some pending orders around 60. I got out 61. It fell back to 60. I closed my position 61. Then it moved up a little bit, it touched the 62, I enter 61, exit 62. I'm just collecting these hundreds every week, so I think I got some 4 to 5 trades on this strategy, which is 500 euros. So that's not much, but it's you know, it's 500 euros, so that's okay. I think I'll continue doing it, and when price moves back into this area, no need for me to really get stressed. You know, I got a minus 300, for example. Once this level gets broken and we are really moving low, I'm gonna scale out. But for now, I am trading this 100 euro slash 1 point at a time strategy. This one was one of the better trades last week. I pointed out that we are seeing a reversal. That's what I thought, and I was right once again. I don't want to brag. I hate people who brag, but I have to say I am pretty my analysis are pretty good, and I'm glad about it, and I'm glad I can help you guys. I did not really have a trade that went bad this year, so February is almost over, 2 months without a mistake, and this is a classic reversal. This is to me an amazing pattern. Of course, what we're watching now is this level, because to get some confirmation about this trend reversal, if this level actually breaks, then we start to see lower lows as well. We definitely are not seeing higher highs, so it looks like we are really gonna attack this level. Once it breaks, then I really think we're gonna see a sell-off, just like we saw a pretty aggressive move over here. And in fact, the scenario I pointed out earlier, I think this is a maybe another retest of the level above. We've got a squeeze. People who are still having positions longs around here, they get stuck out. They wipe this area clean, and then the people with long positions, they leave this setup, and maybe those same people will get into with some decent shorts, and then we are starting to move really aggressive. You can see also here this trend line got broken, and you see what happens. Price really turns lower when we break a certain level. So I expect a sell-off around here, but I am still thinking about a retest to the upside. But I'm already in this trade. I had a pending order around 1074, and it just got touched and it started moving. So pretty great setup. And then we got some things left. Netflix. I traded Netflix a little bit because I see this zone, and I actually am range trading this a little bit. Just entered last Friday around the 42 level, and I did not close it yet, or did I? Same strategy a little bit as Shopify, like I showed you just a couple of minutes ago. I think that's my strategy for now. Not really seeing a big setup, a trend trade or a swing trade in this one. So range trading Netflix a little bit. Yes, of course, gold has got some momentum with all the insecurity in the world. France is going to vote this year. Germany is going to vote this year. We got Mr. Trump in office right now, and every day is a new day where this man says some pretty strange things. So the markets are pretty volatile, and of course gold is a safe haven. As you can see, there was some indecision here in gold, but gold has still potential. I have 1300 on my radar. I am looking for an entry, but let's zoom into that maybe tomorrow. Gold is very clear, very nice to trade. Just like oil, for example, technical analysis is great on those instruments. But let's zoom into that another time. So I got some nice trades in the US dollar, Swiss franc. I got an amazing setup in the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. That for the forex, and I am, a little bit day trading Netflix and Shopify a little bit. And Adidas is just building up a huge move. I think with a potential run to the 160 level, or maybe even beyond. Don't forget that not next week, but the week after, Adidas will come with earnings. So it's up to you if you want to be in the trade or you want to be out. So that's of course that's up to you. I don't gamble, I trade. Serious business for me. So I'm not gonna wait for earnings to wipe out my profits or extend my profits. You know, there's a 50-50 chance, and I just don't like the odds of 50-50. I want to trade 70-30 or 80%. I want to be right and I want to be in control. So I hope this analysis helped you guys. Just to show you that the things I tell you on Sunday actually happen the next week, and if they don't happen, that's no problem, because we got a setup and we trade our setup. If our setup is right, we get out. That's as simple as that. I wish you guys a good weekend, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.